to meet with you today, and I'll be dealing with a topic which says, don't give up on God, because He will not give up on you. This afternoon, I'll be making reference to two biblical examples in the Bible, and that will help us to understand the concept of not giving up on God. The first person I'll be making reference to today, that can be found in the book of Luke chapter 8, verse 15 to 25. Luke chapter 8, verse 15 to 25. This was an account of Jesus Christ, and when the Bible makes mention that he went to a river of Bethsaida, a man was brought to him who was born blind, and people pleaded with Jesus Christ so that he may receive his sight. And the Bible makes us to understand, particularly at verse 22 of that book of Luke chapter 8, that Jesus Christ paid to his eyes and asked the man to check whether he can see. The Bible makes us to understand that this man opened his eyes and he told Jesus Christ that I was able to see men walking like a tree, which simply means this guy can see, or this man can see, but could not see clearly. Again, the Bible also recorded in verse 26 and 27 that Jesus Christ asked this man, he placed his hand on him again, and he asked this man to check whether he can see. At this time, this man was able to see clearly, and said he saw men walking like men indeed. The first touch was not the full healing, and the second touch was perfected his healing. Secondly, I will also be referring to the book of 2 Kings chapter 5 from verse 1 to 14. 2 Kings chapter 5 from verse 1 to 14. This was an account of Elisha when he instructed Naaman to go to River Jordan and dip himself for 7 times before we get his healing. Not the first dip, not the second dip, not the third dip, not the fourth dip, but the second dip. I wasn't there, but I want to believe at the 7th time, that's when he got his healing, which was complete. Also, sometimes when we see our physician, after the whole test and everything, they make a recommendation, some of us, to use our medicine, and they ask you to take it in the morning, afternoon, and night. Sometimes it may extend to a week, sometimes it may extend to 3 or 4 days, which simply means it might be gradual. So this now takes me to the topic I'm discussing today, that don't give up on God, or don't give God a timeline when to achieve. Some of us, sometimes we make up our mind that I will just go to that church once, and after that time I was in the church, I prayed, nothing happened. Some of us also say that, once I just pay this big or fat offering to the kingdom business or to the church, then I should get my healing or I should get a breakthrough. But what happened if after paying that fat offering that you call fat, there was no healing? What happened? Some of us also say that, if I just fasted this time, I have to fast for 3 days and for 3 days. After these 3 days, only one time, I'll get my healing or I'll get my success, but it was not forthcoming. What happened if it's not the first time? Some of us also say, I will always go for this vigil for the first time. That this will give us, God, a timeline. That after this vigil, then I should be able to have this type of miracle that I'm looking for. Brethren, I want to tell you today, sometimes it may not be the first time, it may not be the first contact, it may not be the second contact, it may not be the third contact, it may not be the fourth contact. But God's timing is the key to everything we need in life. I tell you today, if we also pay attention to this biblical character, we will always make reference to Peter. Peter said to Jesus Christ that I have toiled all the night and we caught nothing. But at the time when his life met with Jesus Christ, the I am that I am, Jesus Christ asked him that he should lay down his net. And he quoted him that at thy word I will lay down the net. Which Bible recorded that after he laid down the net, he caught as many as possible, to the extent that he has to beckon to the people on the other side to come and help him. The same net, the same boat, the same Peter, and the same river. What has happened? Because his life has an encounter with the I am that I am. Don't forget about the woman of the issue of blood. The Bible also recorded that this woman has seen several physicians in the last 12 years. But the first contact, he said, if only I can touch his garment. And she did touch the garment of the I am that I am and became whole. So let's take that these two examples, they got their first miracle at the first time. But I can tell you, the account of Naaman, the account of that man that was born blind, could not get their miracle the first time. So I want to tell you today that it may not be the first time, it may not be the second time, it may not be the third time. So sometimes it will be wrong for all of us, or including myself, to give God the timeline when you want it to happen. God has the best timing, when He wants it to happen, how He wants it to happen, and how it will look like. God will never give a man that role where he feels or he knows that the man doesn't have the stamina. He create a role, He put in the stamina, give you the best training so that I can fit in into it. So I am telling it to you that today, why are you picking the first one? Why don't you pick number 6? Why don't you pick number 7? If you have tried God the 7th time, then you can make a decision. Whereas, I want to tell you today, even you have tried God for the 7th time and you parted or you refuse to continue to serve Him or to worship with Him, that does not mean God will not still be God. He still be God. I also want to confirm to you that God created everything here on earth for both of us to enjoy. I will leave you with the word of Abba Einstein. Abba Einstein says something, that this world we are living is like riding a bicycle. That riding a bicycle, you only keep the balance if you keep running and riding. If you keep running and riding, same thing in your spiritual life. You only get better if you keep worshiping, keep serving God, and keep doing your best. God always wants to see our commitment, not about we are going about seeing miracle. So I want to leave you to the word of God in the book of Hebrew chapter 11 verse 6. Hebrew 11 verse 6. 11:6, which says, and without faith it is impossible to please God, but because anyone who comes to Him must believe that God exists and is a rewarder of those who earnestly seek Him. So you have to earnestly seek God, and that's why everything will work for you the way you want it to work. And that's why you have to have the best that God is looking to bring out from you. I conclude by saying that Jesus Christ taught disciples that a time is coming when all our effort will be thoroughly rewarded. So I want to tell you that no one serves God in vain. Keep working His vineyard. Keep serving Him. Don't give Him a timeline.